It's August, and I know what you might be thinking. Why the heck are you packing your snowboard? So I had someone reach out to me through my Instagram offering tickets for myself and Riley to hit up Big Snow in New Jersey. So it's actually an indoor ski resort. Riley's just at work right now, and when he gets back, we are going to hit the road and try out some indoor snowboarding. First time for everything, really excited to try it out, and we're gonna bring you guys along. Also, not quite sure what you need to snowboard at an indoor resort. I feel like it would be minimal, but you still need your basics, your snowboard, your boots, your helmet, coat. It's about -2 degrees inside the building, which when you're snowboarding outside, you can kind of heat up in those sort of temperatures. So this is gonna be an experiment for all of us. We shall see how this goes. Do you need goggles? I don't know. We're gonna be taking our car and sleeping in our car. This is something that we did before we gained access to this van. The only thing about packing for the car is that you have to be even more conservative because obviously there's less space. Best way to pack conservatively, shove things in other things. Mitt, boot, done. It's been a while since I packed like this, so I forget the arrangement.
This is Big Snow American Dream in East Rutherford, New Jersey, the first indoor, year-round ski and snowboard resort in North America that has real snow. Big Snow is tucked inside the massive American Dream Mall, just across the Hudson from New York City. Getting here is pretty easy. Big Snow is just off the highway, and the best place to park is Lot A, Deck 2, which brings you to the closest entrance. There's also a Lot A entrance for the ride shares, so pay attention. If you have reached this section, you have gone too far. Once you enter a parking garage, you cannot access the other sections. They do give you a 15-minute window if you entered the wrong one by mistake. Parking is $5 plus tax. Event parking rates may apply for cars parked longer than 4 hours on event days. Tickets have to be booked online ahead of time. Walk-ins are not allowed. They do not have any tickets on premises. A 2-hour slope access ticket is around $60 US, but if you need rentals and gear, the snow day package runs closer to $100 US, which includes everything you'll need except gloves. Kids 6 and under can ride free with a paying adult, which makes it a good family outing. They also offer lesson programs, group rates, and multi-visit passes if you plan to visit more than once. They do offer an unlimited pass for $100 US a month, which seems steep initially, but if you live in the area and plan to visit more than once, this is a no-brainer. Once you arrive, you'll head through the rental and locker area. This is where you can gear up with skis, snowboard, boots, helmets, and even outerwear if you didn't bring your own. The process is smooth, and it's nice to not have to lug all your gear if you're just here for a quick session. Lockers are available for your stuff, and they're conveniently located right next to the rental counters. The snow dome covers about 4 acres of skiable terrain. It's kept at a crisp -2 Celsius year-round. It's not huge, but it has enough variety to keep things interesting. There are 3 main trails: Little Dipper for beginners, Switchback for intermediates, and Northern Lights if you're looking for a little bit more of a challenge. A quad chair lift, a pole lift, and a couple carpets keep everything moving. And yes, there's even a terrain park if you're here to throw down some tricks. One of the highlights of our visit wasn't just the snow, it was the people. Storm introduced us to a bunch of his crew, and honestly, they were some of the nicest people we've ever met. Everyone was so welcoming and stoked to share their love for snowboarding. The community they've built here is really special, and even though we were only visiting for a short time, it was awesome to get a glimpse of that vibe. Here are a few tips that I thought might help if you're planning a visit.
First, make sure to leave your skis or snowboard in the dome as you're getting ready in the locker area. This allows the base to cool down a bit before you begin riding. Otherwise, you might be off to a slower start, especially in the summer months.
Let's get down how to dress. The dome sits about -2 Celsius, so you don't need to bundle up like you would outside in the middle of winter. I was fine in a heavy sweater and snow pants, though by the end of my 2-hour session, I did start to get a little chilly. A pair of hot paws and my mitts would have solved that problem easily. Goggles aren't required, but some people do wear them. If you do tend to run cold, wearing your jacket is a safe bet, especially on busy days when the lift lines move slower and you're standing around a little bit more. The good news is, you've got lockers right next to the rentals, so you can always layer down and stash your extra gear. When to book? Book the earliest slot you can, since that's when the snow is the freshest and the crowds are the lightest. Our session was at 10:30 and the snow was great, but by the end, as it got busier, the snow got a little slow at the bottom. So if you're booking later, just keep this in mind, especially if you want to hit features at the bottom of the terrain park park that require a little extra speed. With only a 2-hour window, make the most of it. Take care of bathroom breaks or snacks before your session or save them for after, because once your 2 hours are up, that's it. Unless you spring for the unlimited pass, of course.
Just to note, your 2-hour time does not start until they scan your pass inside the dome, so don't worry about using up any of your time while you're getting ready.
Lastly, for non-skiers, if you're bringing friends or family who aren't riding, there's a viewing area just outside the dome, so they can watch without having to sit in the cold. Or since the American Dream Mall is absolutely massive, they can spend the time exploring while you're on the slopes. Overall, Big Snow isn't about to compare to the real mountain experience, but for an indoor resort that you can access any day of the year, I would say that's pretty epic. It's a great place to learn, practice in the off-season, or just to get in a quick shred session. This is truly a unique way to keep the ski and snowboard stoke alive, and an experience you are sure to never forget. I know I won't. So that's Big Snow for you. Would this scratch your itch to ride in the off-season? Let me know what you think. Thank you as always for watching,
And thanks to Storm and his crew for giving us such a warm welcome.
don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next adventure.